Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. So in today's video I wanted to revisit a topic I had covered a few videos back about the changes that have been made to the world bosses and the loot they drop. When I first reported on this change I was super excited, and I had many people comment and DM me about it, saying things like I was being way too optimistic. There's no way farming these will ever be of any use. They won't drop anything 590 plus, and if they do it'll be too rare to even be useful in grinding expertise, let alone usable endgame gear. So I thought, let's do a tour. Farm these guys for a little bit on the PTR and see what the gear score on the drops looks like. And see really if they are better. Will we pull a bunch of 520 gear like before? Or is it truly better? My main goal here wasn't to farm the specific items that we'll be after when we hunt them. That would simply just take too long with multiple bosses, RNG on multiple items and so on. But what I wanted to do was potentially get a few of these items, legendary or upgradable, and some other drops, green, purple, blue, whatever, 590 plus gear score to just test proof of concept on if they will offer us a great new way to truly bump our expertise and make those legendaries we knew were impossible, possible again. So let's get into it. So for this list I will only be looking at the world bosses that we can easily solo without using any type of bugs or glitches. So no, this won't be a complete list, but it will be a list of the world bosses you should hit if you want some amazing loot. So I began with Ivan the Inevitable. This is a guy most of us have farmed a great deal for our daily obsidian gypsum. Well, with the changes made to him now, he may drop some gear we may actually even want to use. I killed him around 20 times and can confirm he drops gear 590 plus quite commonly. So some items you will want to be coming to this guy for are Unstoppable Decay, Aurora Borealis, and of course, Yarn Greeper, the Ice Gauntlet. He also of course drops the Jewel Crafter's chest. I did manage to get the earring early to drop in my short time farming him at 590 plus and upgraded it to 600. Next up on our list is Mordecai The Mortician, another familiar face that I am sure everyone has farmed to death for the Imperial Seal. But now to make it at least interesting, his loot has been buffed also to drop 590 plus, so farming him now may be a little bit more interesting. So some items we will be wanting from this guy may be the 5th floor blunderbuss, Rigor Mortis the Ice Gauntlet, and the Stonecutter pants have been added to his loot table as well as a bonus. And from testing I can confirm he drops gear regularly at 590 plus, making him also great now for pushing that expertise. And next we have in the same area once again Slayer Rosalind. She has also been increased to drop 590 plus gear, so you will now be able to get the Silencer Blunderbuss, Slayer's Crossbow, and as a bonus the Woodcutter Cap has been added to her loot table, so she will definitely be worth farming after this patch as well. And our final boss in this location that has seen an increase and is now worth farming is Farley. This guy is a little more difficult because he hits like a truck, but if you have decent constitution or some lost ward, you should be fine. This guy drops Burden of Despair of the Scholar. Not the best helm, but it looks so cool. As well as the Weaver's Cap now has been added to his loot table. And on top of this he will make a great addition to your potential expertise farm. If you run these 4 bosses in the area I just listed in a rotation, you will get your expertise maxed in no time at all, as well as get some nice valuable loot in the process. Moving now to the Shattered Mountains, we'll be looking at Pitlorddae. Again, a commonly farmed boss for the Corrupted Totem. Now with this change, he offers some amazing loot on top of that artifact, making farming him a lot more interesting. From him we can expect to see the Void-Ridden Rifle, the Disintegrating Depths Void Gauntlet, and the Treasure of the Pitlord Amulet, the Pitlord's Dominator Sword, and now the Chef Shoes have been added to his loot table as well. So he will definitely be a lot more worth your time while farming for your artifact for that trophy. And next in the Shattered Mountains, we will be heading over to Excubitor Luca. This guy is one of the reasons why I was so excited for this change. The items that you will be farming from him are the Comet's Light Bow, and of course the Signum Falere Firestaff. This Firestaff is so good, and to be able to get it in Gearscore 600 finally is something I will be doing as soon as this patch goes live. He has also had the Tanner Hat added to his loot table if you are still looking for one of those. Now, let's head over to the ancient crypts over here in the Shattered Mountains and have a look at two of my favorite world bosses. They too have had their loot tables increased and are now going to be awesome to farm. First, let's have a look at Zwang the Immovable. This guy has some great loot, and now you can actually get it 590 plus. So from him you can expect the Requiem Pendant, the High Priest Ceremonial Hatchet, and Nguyen's Notch Spear. And as you can see, I did manage to get the spear, and I got it in only 3 kills, so it's not so bad. They have also added the Woodworking Pants to this guy's loot table. Next up, we have his counterpart, Duoshen the Unstoppable. Now this is going to be farmed a lot after the patch, because his loot will be game changing for newer healers. From this guy you can expect to see the Corrupt Sacrifice, Ever Giving, and the Giver's Green Gift Healing Staff. These items are amazing for newer healers, or even really for novice healers, and will be a huge power bump now that we can get them from 590 plus and upgrade them to legendary. This guy also has seen the Weaver's Pants added to his loot table as a bonus while farming him. And for our final stop in the Shattered Mountain, we'll be heading over to Faye the Last Protector. I personally was excited for this guy, because I have for a long time wanted the rapier he drops legendary, but up until now this wasn't possible. So from this guy we can expect the Earthbind Ward Warhammer, and the Faye's Covenant Rapier, and of course the Chef Pants. And after my 3rd kill, as you can see, I did it. I got the rapier in 590 plus and upgraded it to 600. And for our final farm spot for this video, we will be visiting a Georgian. This guy has seen an increase in level, as well as an increase to potential loot gear score. Now, he doesn't drop much in terms of legendaries, just 1 earring, the Starbound Remembrance Charm, but it's a decent one, and he drops the Jewel Crafting Pants, which is nice now. But what makes him very, very nice now is that his entire loot pool has been increased to gear score 590 plus potential. So because he spawns so fast, he will be an excellent place to grind your expertise once again. So guys, as you can see, this is a huge game changer in terms of things you can do in New World, breathing new life into world boss farming, making it a thing we can do now to get gear instead of simply a boring chore to get daily gypsum finished. I personally am very excited for this change and look forward to exploring other world bosses, testing how difficult they are to solo, and what potential loot they may drop. Okay guys, I just wanted to show that this indeed was working. And no, it isn't some obscure strange thing where you get 1, maybe 2 items and 200 kills 590 plus gear score. The greens, the blues, the purples, all the trash they drop seems to consistently drop 585 plus, so it is a substantial improvement. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.